Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And what I'm about to show you is Tim Pool reacting to the news that New Mexico governor just got backhanded by the courts and, to be honest, everybody else. But he hit on something that is what we have been saying on this channel for months now. This is going mainstream, and this is an incredibly important video, and I think you guys are going to love it. Make sure you watch the entire thing, send this out, and everything will be linked in the description box if you want to watch the entire video. Now, of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. We need as many people as we can to join the push in distributing freedom twice daily, and we'd love to have you along for the ride. And the content today is brought to you by SDI. Now, I know a lot of you out there like to upgrade and modify your own guns. And if you're looking to turn that hobby into a career, what are you waiting for? Sonoran and Desert Institute can help. Their online programs cover everything from gunsmithing to woodworking and finishes, shooting sports management, ballistics, and more. Plus, all the tools and materials are shipped directly to your door. There's never been a better time to turn a hobby that you love into a career that you love, so what are you waiting for? There's a link in the description box below, and thank you to SDI for sponsoring this content. All right, my brothers and sisters, I want to say something really crucial to understand. As we go into this, one of the things that I say every single time on this channel, every single video with consistency is not only what is going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. Because that points to not only highlighting either infringements or successes, but also how we're going to use that to push forward. It's perfectly fine to say this is a negative outcome. This is something that I don't like. This is an infringement upon our rights. But what will you do with that information? What will you use it to fuel? That's the important piece because the momentum has shifted. Tim Pool's about to go into this exactly right here. But the important thing that I want to strive to is it's perfectly fine to have feelings around them infringing and then taking your rights and the next generation's rights. What are you going to do to use that to fuel activism, to change it for the better? That's important. It's one thing to complain and moan. It's another to use that exact same energy towards something productive. And that's why we are doing what we do every single day and say that phrase. Now, I'm going to dive into something that the New Mexico governor said, just a snippet of a statement after she took when she got a complete L, and then we'll hit Tim Pool. Check this out. This is from the illustrious governor of New Mexico. Over the past 4 days, I've seen more attention on resolving the crisis of gun violence than I have in the past 4 years. Now is the time to bring clarity of purpose. New Mexicans must again feel safe walking home from school, driving to the grocery store, or leaving their hometown baseball stadium, and a lot of other stuff we went into on Second Legacy with Tim that you will enjoy that video if you want to check it out. I'll link it down there. But the big thing here is, boo-boo, that wasn't talking about gun violence. That wasn't talking about gun control. That was talking about a tyrant bent to overstep her bounds through executive bureaucratic power. Now, one of the things that we hit, and this is key because we talked about this here when she first did it, this is all about public health leveraging. They used executive power and leveraged public health to do it, to infringe upon your rights. They've done that consistently over the past 2 to 3 years, and we've said that a lot right when this came out. Let's dive into what Tim just said because this is everything. It's going mainstream, and let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let's hear from Tim.
As Reuters reports, Uriah sided with opponents of the move, agreeing that it went against the rights of law-abiding citizens to carry firearms for self-defense and recent Supreme Court rulings on the issue. They just want the right to carry guns, he said. In the days since Grisham signed the executive order, she has faced criticism from within New Mexico and across the country. And especially they're going to mention that the AG of New Mexico said that he would not defend the governor. That means when it came to these lawsuits, she can be standing up there by herself being like, I should be allowed to do this. And the judge is going to be like, yeah, sorry, no. You have no legal arguments and you lose. So let me just stress, once again, while there are concerns about our gun rights, while we do need to repeal the NFA and abolish the ATF, that does not mean we are losing. In fact, we are winning. And
we are not losing, we are winning. Abolish the NFA and the ATF. Any questions? Now, the entire point, and the reason that I'm going towards this is it's a momentum shift towards victory. We have seen more court cases. We have seen more TROs. We have seen more victories across the board because they pushed too hard and too far and too fast. They are going backwards in defeat because they pushed too far forward. How many of you have been with us while we've been talking about that exact same thing every time over the past 2.5 years that they've gone too far? This is not just gun rights, but it all points to the Democratic push to infringe upon the rights against everyone. This is key. because we are leading the charge against tyranny from the most oppressed version of rights in the Bill of Rights, in my personal opinion. But let's continue, because I got two more things from Tim, and he's right. We are winning, the momentum shifting. What are you going to do to take your anger and help that momentum shift? Because it's happening. Let's get it.
For decades, we have expanded the right to keep and carry arms, keep and carry, to bear and keep. Oh man, I'm all over the place. We've expanded the rights to bear arms, to carry, to possess. And people need to understand that you go back before 2008, it was still very difficult. So victory upon victory. The move made by this governor was a death throw. It was pure desperation. And even after she did it, a bunch of dudes showed up in Albuquerque and were like, nah. And they showed up armed. They're losing. They know they're losing.
They're losing. They know they're losing. They came up and showed up armed and said that's not happening after a judge smoked her. It's an act of desperation. He is literally channeling everything that we've been talking about together for the last 2 years. This is not a thing about me. What I'm saying is the momentum has shifted. They're noticing. Again, highlight, not me. This is the energy overall. He's noticing it and putting on his channel, which has a significantly larger reach than mine does. But that's the key. They know they are losing. They are making moves from desperation and getting smoked even further. This next clip that I'm about to show you encapsulates this entire point. And by the way, I left the Second Amendment mess up there because, honestly, when you're on camera and you're on a show like that and you start messing up, that ball starts rolling. It's just kind of funny because I align with it because I've done it myself. But anyway, let's get into this third clip, because this third clip encapsulates everything. Remember what I said earlier about everything from a public health perspective, and they use that power to basically curtail rights? This is something where she jumped the shark so hard, they can't use it anymore. Check this out.
Here's the best part about it. It forced people like David Hogg and Ted Lieu to come out and be like, we actually oppose the banning of guns by decree. Here's the best part beyond that. When they started shutting everything down over COVID, saying that public health trumped the Constitution, this has forced them backwards. And now you've got personalities like David Hogg saying there is no public health exception to the Constitution. Mm-hmm. So we've forced their position back past the line. This is victory.
This is good. This is victory. Now, keep in mind, what he's saying is very, very important, because when they overstepped in this New Mexico governor's push here, they overstepped utilizing the public health emergency. That's what we talked about immediately when it dropped on this channel. We said that is where they overstepped the bounds, and that's going to shut the door going forward for them to do anything else, whether it be election related, whether it be immigration related, abortion related, whatever. They're not going to be able to use the public health excuse anymore because she just squandered it. This is victory. They did just get pushed back behind the line, to Tim's point. And the other thing that's important, this is going mainstream. Our Second Amendment rights are expanding. Is it perfect? Is it done? Is it a complete victory? No, nowhere near. But we are moving in that momentum in that right direction. They are scared. They do know they are losing, which is why we've said on this channel they are acting out of desperation to respond out of positioning of strength when they're really weak. That's what we've said consistently almost this whole year. It's being validated by people outside of our space. That's what I'm really trying to drive in. They can no longer use the public health emergency because this woman's ambition just got in the way and she got an L across the board, no matter how she tries to spin it. And that's what I've got for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.